All right, GM everybody, welcome in. Kenny Powers fashionably late on a Monday, which is not uncommon. Kyle, GM, sir, how we doing?
I'm doing well. I don't know. Kenny Powers has been up, dude.
He's
He's
been
been
up.
tweeting.
Yeah,
He's talking about GM, get money,
I
fucking
know.
posting CAs left and right. I don't know where bro is. But
Yeah,
anyway, I'm well. Yep. I'm just coping with my complete mishandling of the stockbrokers play. But geez, with practice, I've gotten really good at tying nooses here in the last day.
yeah, man. That's it's pretty brutal. Pretty brutal what happened there and how you handled that. I would yeah, but I mean it is what it is. And I told you I was not going to give you a hard time about it. So
Yeah, what did
um
I tell you?
that yeah, it's fine. Go ahead and do it.
Yeah, I told you, give me a hard time, bro. I'm not a motherfucker that is full of ego
Yeah.
or easily frustrated or anything like that, man. I'm listen, man, an idiot account does not have an ego. I am here to ask stupid questions and be an example of what not to do for all of you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that was obviously on my timeline, which many people are now starting to see as well. Was obviously the biggest runner of the weekend, was Stonkbrokers. It did mint on, was it Thursday? And then, or is it Fridays when the mint went live? It was Friday night, really late. I think it was like 11 o'clock. It was late. And then, yeah, and then after that, it just fucking blew up and melted the timeline. So at least my timeline, and now I'm starting to see more and more people tweet about it and saying, "What the fuck is this? Where did it come from?" And people just didn't have a clue what was even happening. And I think the biggest NFT we seen run was the Gremlins, is what it was, and that was pretty massive. Gremlins, I think, ran up to like point 0.1. And then once we ended up getting, then we ended up seeing Stonkbrokers come out, and Stonkbrokers just immediately is sitting at $700. I was talking to Vinny last night, and Vinny was like, yeah, when I was at work, it was only a couple $100. Then when it went from a few $100s, he said, he's like, oh, I'll just buy some when I get off of work. And then he got back home and they were already up to almost $1,000. So that fast, they shot up. And I'm looking back right now, like you could have bought them on the 18th at 0.2 ETH. And, they had got up as high as right below 1.9, almost 2 ETH. So pretty fucking wild. How fast these things have went up. A lot of communities did have access because if you were active on the Anvil market itself, then you were, if you were one of those communities that actually even was involved over there, and I'm sharing the Anvil, which is the OG project, the Clutch Markets, and there are several other communities that had access to this. And we were talking on Cap Space this morning, and TMA said that he'd set up Simple Farmer with like 20 different KOLs, and like most of the people didn't even reply back to him. And pretty fucking wild, bro, that people would even that they wouldn't even reply back. And now they're all regretting it. So yeah, I mean, you have an opportunity. We had an opportunity to buy way more, but we we didn't. We did, but then we sold them prior to mint, because, bro, that's a lot to ask somebody. You have like an NFT that's running up to like $150, and it's like, okay, well, do I hold it or do I, like, you got to go burn it? So it's like you're buying an NFT for $150 and then you're just lighting the money on fire. And so a lot of people were weary of doing that. Even Kenny didn't want to do it because of the 10% fees. So pretty fucking wild. And so I'm looking right here. Obviously, Pixel Pups, they were able to get one NFT. They were able to claim one mint, any Pixel Pup holders. So some people did, some people didn't. Some people weren't even paying attention. Regenerates, I think that community, Jed and them ended up getting some access, but I think a lot of them were also in the Pup Cup as well. So, and then there's a bunch of other collections down here. I don't know some of these. I think, yeah, the ape chain, a lot of ape chain stuff down here. So how many of these people were actually locked in? They were paying attention. Who knows? But I know my timeline is mixed with Euphoria and Cope. So yeah, pretty good.
2
stuff.
times have I actually been extremely profitable, like multiple X's, and still been so sad. So sad. I mean, dude, I bought those the Pup Cups, I bought those at 0.02, sold them at 0.06. Completely fucked that up, even though it's multiple X's. I should be happy, but instead, I'm sad.
Yeah.
And then I even got in the token too. I think I bought in the token at like 2.5 mil and sold the token at like 7 mil or something, only to then watch it run up to like 15 mil last night. Like, dude, what the fuck is going on, bro?
Yeah. Well, some other news. I have a tweet pinned up at the top. And this is a tweet which was the Pup Cup NFT account is now at Real Stonkbroker. So this is the official account for the Stonkbrokers collection. So if you do make content, if you are putting out posts, make sure you tag this account because this is an account we need to get more follows on. We need to get more activity over here. And yeah, because this is like just what happened with Index and Vlad ended up following the account. You know, the market cap of Index ran up to like 61 mil, which is pretty massive. And if something like that happened with these, bro, like if you had ETH ready and that happened, and that's the thing, the token's going to run and the NFT is going to follow. And a lot of people don't know about the NFT. So if you're sitting there on the sidelines and something like big moment like that happens, don't FOMO into the token. Go look at the price of the NFT because the NFT is still valued in 666 tokens. So either way, it's going to catch up in price. But yeah, so make sure you guys are going over, follow the Real Stonkbroker account. That way you can, stay locked in. But man, some of the rewards that people are posting are pretty insane. Some of these guys that have like 25 of these NFTs, it's, some big money. I know.
Well, I mean, you've been cooking pretty good with only 4 of them, haven't you? I mean, you got what?
Like $280, I think, so far. I sold
in like a day and a half worth of being activated.
Yeah. I sold. I think
good.
like 130 of the stocks, and then I was able to claim total amount so far is like $275. So it's really good. So and that's just all 4. That's just on level 1. I don't have my guys activated any further than that. So when you have these guys, you can do the 1x, the 1.25, 1.6, 2x, or 3.33x. And that determines the amount of stocks that you're getting dropped to you each day. But yeah, see, it scans it weird. The scanner doesn't pick up properly because when I go to the actual website and I go to my brokers, $243.47 in lifetime earnings so far.
Now, how is it determining what stocks aside from the amount? Like, it's dropping you more than one stock, but how is it determining which ones?
Well, so the protocol went live with Apple, Amazon, and Nvidia, and now is what you're going to be able to do. There is like a governance side of it. I think that is not live yet, but they're going to be adding more stocks here in the coming days, maybe this week. I would imagine they'll add like some other big ones, like SpaceX and shit like that. So, and once those end up getting added, then your percentage will obviously be split up, but it'll go, you'll just start receiving more. And it's very simple. So like this Apple right here, you go in right here. You have to do it per NFT. You select your Apple. It automatically has my EVM there. Boom, I send it over to my EVM. And then you can go right to Uniswap. Somebody said OpenSea said you could sell there as well, but I'm not 100% sure. I think you have to have a VPN on or something. But it's you can instantly just sell it, just like any other token or any other coin. So it's a really, really, really cool flywheel that he has going on. And then we're 9 days away from the launch pad going. So but we'll see. 9 days is a long fucking time, man, especially in this space. Kenny Powers, GM, bro. Are you here? Kenny Powers.
Sorry, I was on mute. What up?
He's trying to get his money phone to reconnect to the Wi-Fi right now.
What are you doing, bro? What are you just rolling up in this bitch 16 minutes late? You've been up for hours.
Sorry, dude. I was in the middle of a trade. I had to fucking
hold on. What trade were you in the middle of that was so important you couldn't?
I mean, cat, like the cat.
Okay.
Fucking
like, were you on a call with somebody during this trade, or like what were you doing?
No, bro. I was selling my initials, got my initials out. I literally in 20 minutes, 2x, got my initials out. And I'm letting the rest ride. But no, it was just it happened super quick, like right when we were starting the space. So
okay.
I was just
I started the space. I don't know where you were. Kyle came in.
Well, I'm saying, yeah.
I know I'm fucking with you.
Started, and I happened to be in the middle of just moving some funds around.
All right.
So I like this Kenny Powers. Dude, Kenny's locked the fuck in right now. Maybe not on reality check, but he is locked in, dude. Bro is sharing CAs. Dude, he's giving fucking advice out left and right, dude. I like this Kenny Powers. He's womanless and fucking locked in on these charts.
Damn, bro.
Kenny Powers.
My priorities are shifting right now because the meta is shifting towards Robinhood right now. Obviously, we've gotten runners over there. I dropped the ticker in general chat, so it was in there at like 600, and then now it's sitting at 1.5.
I'm looking in the reality check general chat, and I don't see nothing there. I'm looking in
get your eyes checked.
In the reality check,
Kenny, you'll be super proud of me to hear that I actually sold 2 NFTs this morning to DCA attendees. So
that's what I'm talking about.
I'm even pivoting some of my NFTs.
It's fucking locked in, right season, bro. It's locked in.
Kyle, you're talking about the other Discord. I said the reality check Discord. That's where I was looking at.
Yeah.
Thanks for getting the information from the reality check community.
I still haven't gotten in the habit of dropping tickers because initially when I tried to drop a ticker in reality check, it wouldn't post it.
Yeah.
And then I believe y'all got that sorted out, right?
We're locked in, bro. We are locked in. So yeah, this coin's sitting at 1.3 mil. It's a big, giant fucking green wick up.
That's what I'm saying. That was right when the space started. So I was like, all right, what am I going to do here? Yeah. So yeah. Yanked initials, got my 2x, got my initials out, and I'm writing up free bags. So
nice. Well, GG.
And you know what I did? I rotated that capital into Stonkbroker.
Did you really? Look at this guy coming in. Yeah. Last night was the buy. I mean, it hit 7 mil last night.
Dude, I was looking at it at 0.0025 last night before I was getting ready to go to bed, and I didn't pull the trigger. But I gotta say, some performers doing a great job over there. And the cool thing about Robinhood right now is like, so, I think it's attracting a lot of people who are trying to build cool shit right now because obviously on Solana with Pump Fund, you have, your serial ruggers, serial deployers, people just looking for anything trending on the timeline and launching a coin, trying to, get as many creator fees as they can, right? Dev fees. Whereas like Robinhood seems to be attracting more people. Like there's a lot of like legitimate projects being built over there right now. Tokenized stock projects. There's a lot of cool stuff. I saw a cool LP one called Pawn this morning where like LP stuff for you. Like there's some really cool stuff being built over there right now. So I think there's been, obviously we've been talking about Robinhood for a couple weeks. I think there's more opportunity over there. And the other part is like, you can get in coins at like sub 1 million and just hold them for a couple days and they're probably going to run to 2 to 3 mil. You don't have like this, these heavy bundlers just dumping on your heads at 200K. It's gotten a lot easier, I feel like, on Robinhood. So, I mean, everybody needs to be locked in, bro. This is the time to start stacking ends, right? Getting ready for the fucking bull run. That way, when the bull run comes around, you have capital to deploy into good tickers, So that's the name of the game right now. Just log in.
Yeah. Cash Cat, I mean, back at 84 mil, it was back at 70 again this morning when I woke up. So, I mean, it's, oh shit.
Yeah, I did some TA on that. If it can get over 85, right? 85 mil is a big resistance level. Yesterday, it tried twice. It got up to 84, 85, got rejected, ran back up there again, got rejected, came back down to about 68, 69 overnight. But now it's like it's hitting that resistance level. If it can get past 85 mil, the next target is 110, and then we'll see what happens from there. So that's
yeah.
It was good to DCA.
And we were talking about this Friday in the space, and you could have bought during the space. We were talking about it, and it was at 40 mil. And
I was buying in the 40s.
Yeah,
I was buying in the 40s.
So you'd be at a 2x right now. Yeah, it tapped right there, bro. It tapped like 5 times at 84 mil.
Yeah,
it was like right around 82, and now
over that, next level, and it can hold support over 85 mil. The next level is 110. So, I mean, even from a short-term trading standpoint, if you just want to get in and get out, like, if you look at the TA, there's potential for a swing trade from 85 to 110, 120, and that's about a 40% swing.
Yeah.
So there's potential on that chart as well.
Yeah. I wish I could just like reach out to all the people that are holding index and be like, bro, look at what's cooking with Stonkbrokers, because it's way better.
Here's my question though about index versus Stonkbrokers. Don't you have to activate your NFT to get airdrop stock?
You do.
Okay, but see, like index, you don't have to do anything and you get stock. So even if you come in with $500 on index, you're going to be earning stock. Whereas like you have to activate an NFT on Stonkbrokers. So the barrier to entry right now is a lot higher to be able to earn tokenized stocks on Stonkbroker versus index. That's the only thing I see different between the two. But I do think what Simple Farmer's doing is great. Look, you had an opportunity to buy these NFTs for $40, $50 when they were pup cups, and now they're sitting at what, like $3,500, somewhere in that range.
Yeah. No, they are. But so here's the other side of that, is that most people, and this is a good thing, I believe, because most people don't even know about the NFTs. So we have multiple sides of the trade here, where you have people that are locked in on NFTs and they're trading the NFTs. Then you have the people that are trading the tokens, but then you have those people that discover, oh shit, I can actually have an NFT with this, go to the protocol, buy the NFT straight from the protocol and then activate it to earn rewards. And then you can activate it all the way up to, 3.33x the value of what the lowest level gets. To activate the lowest level right now is $277.
And to activate the highest level is how much?
Let me go to that. That would end up being because what is that? I think it's 1 million. This is expensive. This is where it gets expensive, but you got to hope the volume stays and the use cases stay so you can earn this money back. Times 0.04. What the fuck's the price of what's the price of Stonk right now? 4208. I'm just fucking
4208. Yep.
Yeah, 4208. So that would end up costing you, bro. That would cost you $7,133 to Stonkbroker NFTs. So we were having this debate last night as well. Me and Hans were. Would you be better off activating that to get 3.33x the rewards, or just go buy 2 Stonkbrokers? What would be the play there?
Well, yeah, I mean, if it's all volume based, as to how much is distributed between like holders, right? Distributed, excuse me. It's all volume based, right? So
yeah,
we saw index go up into the $8-9 million range as far as volume. It's come down considerably since then. So obviously, Stonkbrokers is the hot meta right now as far as like tokenized stock plays, right?
Yeah.
And it has the NFT kind of angle to it. So it's like this hybrid, right? It's like coin / NFT. We'll see if the volume, if they can continue to clock 2 to 4 mil. I need to look at the stats and see how much was distributed over the past 24 hours based on what amount of volume. And then you can start napkin mathing, okay, if the volume's right here, this is how much is going to be distributed. And then try and figure out, is it worth it? But that's pretty expensive. I mean, if you're just holding the NFT, you've gotten quite a bit of stock returned to you over the past couple of days, right?
Yeah, $270, something like
at the basic level. So
At the
270
basic level,
and yeah. So that's what, about $60, $70 a piece, right?
Yeah, I mean, I woke up this morning and had $75 in my wallet that I didn't have, when I went to bed.
Between the four, right?
Between the four, and I didn't go to bed till last time I had looked at it was probably 10 o'clock at night. I didn't go to bed till 3, and then I woke back up at 6 o'clock. So
right.
yeah,
because the volume
very few hours. Overnight. Yeah, it was cooking.
It was sitting at 3.4 mil last night when I went to bed. I woke up this morning, it was like at 4.5. So like 1.1 mil overnight. So yeah, you just got to kind of figure out how much a top level is getting distributed versus the basic level and try and figure out the discrepancy and see if it's worth paying the extra money to do it.
Yeah. I mean, so it's a lot. So you can activate, you can do whatever. I mean, like for me to go up to just the next level is probably going to cost about $600. Is it worth it to get a 0.25x? I don't know, but people are paying that. People are paying that because they're here for the long term and they can see the potential rewards. Like you said, this is almost like a little piggy bank of stocks. And if you're able to hold and you're diamond handed, yeah, I mean, if you sit on it,
well, let's say the basic level one is getting you, let's say $50 a day. So 0.25 of that would be an extra, $12.50?
Yeah.
Right. A day. So it would take at this volume rate, and you said it was $300.
Yeah.
It would take about a month to pay that off.
Yeah.
Or a little less than a month to pay that, to make your money back on that initial investment to level it up.
But you got to end up making that you got to have that volume constantly through all the flywheels and all that stuff. So for me, if I upgraded and spent the $7,000 and got to 3.33x, that would have, that would end up being $256 a day at like the current levels of where we're at, which is
and you said it was $1,000. How much did you say? It was
$7,100 to do one NFT. That's just one.
So and that's 256 a day. So that would be 25. The extra, you just got to napkin math it. I'm just trying to do it in my head.
Yeah. It'd be a lot. 28,000, almost 30 G's to upgrade all four. And people will do that, man. And I've seen it every day. I'm seeing people upgrading. So, we have 9 days, 8 hours left until the launch pad goes live, the token launch pad. I don't know, man. It just seems like in that amount of time, a lot of shit can happen. Does he advance that time frame? I don't know. Like you said, there's already a bunch of launch pads. There's more and more coming every day. And what is it? Pons, I think, is the leading one right now. Is that right?
Yeah, Pons is definitely the number one launch pad right now. Currently, it's sitting somewhere around 20 mil last time I checked. Let's see here. Pons 17. Yeah, so it's at 14.1 mil. It's at the coin itself is at 0.01762. So yeah, they're cooking over there, but it's still early, so there's room for healthy competition, and if Simple Farmer can figure a way to kind of capture some of the market share of like these launches, I mean, because there's new launch pads coming out every day.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is I saw his thesis. I saw him talking about he talked about the VDEX the other day when he was in here last week. And I think on one of his tweets, I saw something around perps. So I think he's going to try and even integrate a perps DEX, because I know Index is doing that. So I mean, just a lot of cool innovation happening over there.
Yeah. He has options coming, covered calls with TWAP pricing and ERC 721 options positions coming to mainnet. Right cover calls, buy them as tradable NFTs and exercise when in the money. The options model launches on Robinhood chain mainnet after the Stonkbrokers mint. Announcement is coming soon. And I don't know if you know, Kenny, but they actually rebranded the Pup Cup X account. There's a tweet pinned at the top if you want to follow it. And that is now at Real Stonkbrokers. And that's the new account for Stonkbrokers. So
I was going to say you needed to create a new Twitter page for it. I'm glad you did that.
Yeah. So that'll have some action. You know, Adam Fern, who is the head of product for Robinhood, you know, he knows Simple Farmer. They've worked together in the past, and you know, he hasn't tweeted about this yet. But that's all it's going to take is Adam Fern, or like Vlad will obviously send the fucking thing. You know, but like seeing some interaction from some of these people, because I do believe that this is a solid product that they're looking for. So
yeah, and again, I just think on Robinhood, it's attracting more like real builders, in opposed to like the Solana trenches right now, or pump fund in general, just because, you know, it feels like the Robinhood chain right now has a little bit more legitimacy for like building tech stuff, right? Yeah. And that's just, I mean, it's only been a few weeks. That's right now. That meta could shift quickly. But at the same time, like if you've been paying attention to Robinhood coins that have been launching, there's been a lot of cool stuff launching over there. 100. And yeah, there's a lot of opportunity for everybody to make some money right now. You know, even in a sideways chop that we've been in all year long, there have been plays popping off every day. Dude, you can go see, just go look at FOMO app, go look at the people who've been trading on Robinhood. There are people who are up like, you know, 500,000 plus on just Robinhood in the past 2 weeks, you know, 800,000, 600,000. Like there are cooks happening every day. So you gotta be locked in right now.
Yeah, I agree. And somebody who's locked in, and I appreciate his support more than you know. Dillo, he posted 2 months ago, I won this Pup Cup NFT on Reality Check, burned it for a real Stonkbroker, and sold that last night for 1.65 ETH.
Let's fucking go.
Fucking over 3 G's come up. These guys keep showing up every day, providing value and rewarding the community. Can't thank y'all enough. So
much love, Dillo.
Yeah.
Much
so
fucking love. That's my Texas brother right there, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he is. Not far away from you. No. But yeah, so congrats to you, Dillo. I'm gonna share it up to the top. So if anybody wants to go give that post some love. But I mean, bro, we try to give shit away, try to do some fun activations and things with partners. And yeah, luckily Kyle won it. Kyle ended up winning it and then giving it away. I think he ended up just picking Dillo, is how it ended up going. So between that,
dude, holy shit. Not only did I play myself on the 4 I had, but I gave another one away.
Yeah, you gave one away. That's fucked up. I didn't think of that. Yeah. But yeah, between that and then you have the Blinko leaderboard, which I promise you, the Blinko season 2 is coming. I know I keep fucking saying that.
I heard that 3 months ago.
I know. But bro, we have bearish NFTs, we have fucking nibbles, we have Pudgy Penguin mystery boxes, World Eve keys, NPCs, we got all kinds of shit we're giving away there. So you know, make sure you're locked in. I mean, because we're constantly doing a lot of things. I'm actually going to be streaming again for Vault 777 casino. So going to be doing giveaways with that.
Hey, did that leaderboard end up closing up?
So yeah, so yesterday Zeet closed out. Pupcade, they ended their tournament yesterday.
Yo,
Kenny, let me tell
question.
What
the fuck happened right there? Because at one point I saw you were in 3rd place.
All right, so let me tell you this story. We're in VC the whole fucking match, and it's almost to the end of the game. And I was in 2nd place at one point, then I was in 3rd place, and the whole entire match, I was 100%. Like I didn't lose any predictions. And so I go to place a bet. There was like 20 seconds left of the 1 minute market. Every single prediction, I would go all in. That's how I went. And I went all in. The ball was like at the middle. Well, then Dillo was like, oh shit. Right as the time expired, the fucking, I don't know what, I think Spain kicked it in Argentina's goalie. It was obviously, it voided the market. So I lost that one right at the last second of the fucking market. And
it was a shot on goal?
It was a shot on goal it was a shot on goal or a goal within 1 minute market. And I lost it all. I was so fucking pissed.
I thought you were money. I finished in 23rd, but let me tell you, I have some serious gripes about that because the way they're doing it, it just didn't make sense because like you could literally, it didn't make, I had problems with it. I ended up in, like I said, 23rd, but my point is like, I was buying like the 10-minute ones like early because I didn't think there was going to be a goal. You could just tell.
Yeah.
And like initially my odds were like 20,000 points to win 47,000 points, right?
Yep.
Because it was sitting at like 35%. But when it would settle,
you were only getting like 1,000
points.
Yeah.
Because everybody would slam it at the last minute. And then, so like, why is it not locking in the odds of when you place the wager? That's so stupid.
That is my biggest gripe. And
it's so stupid.
Bro, I had one that I got in for no at like 17%. And I had like 380K. This thing would have paid me like $4 million. It was ridiculous. And I even fucking took a screenshot. It showed where my lock-in was. And
that's not how prediction markets work, though.
I know.
Like, and so like it's totally skewed. And then on top of it, I saw the volume you were doing. How are you doing that much volume with 20,000 tokens?
Well, because I had referrals and all those things gave me extra tokens to start with. So I started with 35,000. Then I took the 35,000 and I would win 10,000 and 10,000 more and 20,000 more.
So and so if you were getting referrals, you were starting with a higher amount of.
On the very last 2 days, they gave people that were getting referrals and bring in other people, doing other things for the platform. They gave them a boost above the 20,000 you would start with. So those last 2 days, I was starting with 35,000. If somebody had 100,
really like the experience personally.
Yeah, so
but it was cool.
It's a cool platform. They got a lot of shit to dial in. The other side of that, when this goes live with actual money, there's not going to be that much volume over there. I'm sorry, there's not going to be. There's not going to be. I'm looking at it right here. 180,000 predictions. It's not going to happen like that in real time.
Again, the other problem with it is that once you place the wager, it should lock it in at whatever percentage you place the wager at, not what it settles at the last second when people are slamming millions of dollars into it to make it jump from 40% to 97%.
Yeah.
Now I'm only winning at 3% on my wager.
I had it.
So I'm taking all the risk of putting the wager in at 37, but I'm only getting the 3% win because everybody slams it at the end. It's bad.
I had that problem all day. Everybody did. So yeah, that I didn't like. But I mean, what? We'll see what happens as they build this out. They're going to be doing this for basketball, for literally every sport. They're going to have pumpcade markets.
Somebody needs to get on a phone call with them and explain to them how prediction markets work. Because that's just not how it works.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. So, back to Zeet. These tournaments did end. They locked it at midnight last night. I would imagine the team's going to be doing some finalizing, checking different tasks, checking things because like some of the stuff was verifying, some of it wasn't. Like all of my content stuff is still in review for Pumpcade, but when you go to the details and you go to the prizes, it says tasking for Pumpcade. It says tasking and daily scoring in current. So for some reason that one's not showing locked down. But when you go to the offshore protocol, that one actually ended last night at midnight as well. When you go to the details of this one, it says it's in rewards phase, distributed to squads and card holders. July 20th. So we should see something today. I'm not 100% sure of, but I know some of the tasks there are not completed yet either.
Where'd you end up?
On offshore, we were able to end up in second. Fogo was first, Travis third. But like I said, I think there's going to be adjustments made. I'm only in second place by 200 zeets on the offshore. I was literally in DMs with everyone in my squad. I was literally sending guys fucking ETH in like, here, activate your shit. We gotta lock the fuck in, trying to get people to level up in offshore. Then the Travis guy comes in and like this dude created like 10 accounts. Like I was like, what the fuck? And ended up passing me. I don't know where it's going to end up at the end of the day. Either way, you know, my whole point with like Zeet is like, I understand people want to have their squads. They want to do well, and they want to make money. They want to perform. I think this is going to be really strategic moving forward by whether or not if you actually even start your own squad, or do you hold the other creators cards and join those squads. I don't know. In the Vault 777 tournament, Fogo and I right now have a really big lead at number one. We're at 154,000 combined zeets. DeJohnny's in second with 40,000. And we're going to be cooking on this motherfucker every single season.
I'll tell you guys one thing. If you want a good show, make sure to be in the reality check VC when Jesus realizes someone flipped him on the leaderboard. He goes,
bro, I was like, where the fuck did he come from? Yeah, it was lock-in mode last night. So that's why I created the reality check Discord, not only for the community to be in there for giveaways, things like that, but there's also a Zeet channel. You can come in there, you can talk about Zeet, you can ask questions, you can join the squad and fucking win some cool prizes. So hopefully we're going to see more tournaments this week, because now they only really have one active tournament that's live. So it's going to be interesting to see where this ends up at. But that's the latest there. With Vault 777.
By the way,
what's up?
Quickly, just because I know your pinned tweet is that some people might be looking for the link for the Discord. If you go look at my pinned tweet, you'll be able to find your way there. I have a quote tweet of Jesus's tweet with the link and all that, so you guys can come and join us and hang in the VC and all that. It's a good time.
Yeah, I thought I put that up there. My bad. But anyways, today I think is your last day to claim this this founder's pass from Vault 777. Right now it's in tier red. You get, if you would have done it when I originally tweeted, you could have gotten, I think, up to 50 free spins. This one you get 10 free spins and up to $10,000 in launch bonus. So if you like to dabble in the casinos, go check out the link. It's pinned up at the top. But that's really all that's happening with Zeet right now. We're just kind of waiting. Kenny, I didn't have this tweet pinned up at the top. Let me go to Teacher Katie. But Teacher Katie, she was right on your toes in the genuine undead finish.
For real?
Yeah.
Where did I end up?
You ended up at 14th place.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And Teacher Katie, shout out Teacher Katie. She was at 15th. And I commented on there. You probably missed the tag, but I commented on there. I was saying, it'd have been so fucking good if you would have fucking got over Kenny.
I fell apart the last 3 games, man. In my biggest L was like I had 2-1 Argentina over England, and literally 5 minutes before the game started, fucking switched it to 2-1 England because I thought England was going to pull it off. If I would have just left it, that would have hit an exacta and given me 3 points, which would have bumped me into the probably top 10. I think it would have been somewhere around 7th or 8th. But yeah. And then, yesterday I had the game 2-1 Spain is what I thought it was going to be. They ended up ending up in a draw, so I got no points out of that. So, yeah, but that was a lot of fun. GU's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
shout out to GU, man.
A lot of
fucking cool shit happening over there. A lot of people collecting rares, man. Like if you see, there's a lot of above floor price sales that have been happening over there. People are like grail hunting on GUs, and it's one of the best communities I've been a part of. One of the most active communities as well too. So,
bro, some massive
love it
sales.
over
1.5 ETH, I think, for a Lou. There was some big fucking sales last week for Genuine Undead.
yeah.
Another tournament that ended, and so you guys may have forgot about it, was the Mania for Bearish, and that was their World Cup event. I got fucking smoked. I don't know how, because I picked I think I used like AI for the same lineup of everything. So I was in 2, 4, 6, 8 tournaments. I got 197th out of 225 and one. I did get third place in one tournament, Kenny. The bad thing was there was only 3 people in the fucking tournament. So I got third place of that. And then the other one, there was I got 10th place in this one, but bro, there was only 10 people in that one.
God, you suck.
152nd out of 195 in another one, 88th place out of 101. And then, but in this one Zeet Mania random one, I did get 17th place out of 109. So that one I should end up getting some Zeets thrown in there for that one. But
Hey, quick question.
What?
When you were in third place on the Pupcake, why didn't you just stop? You had locked in your spot. In the top 10.
I said the same thing, but we still had like 10 minutes left of the match, 8 to 10 minutes. And then then we ended up in overtime. I don't even know where. Let me see if I can see where I would have ended up at if I would have just sat still, because I ended up
I think you were somewhere around 300.
I was
plus.
370 points. So did they 370,000. Did they clear? They cleared all the leaderboards.
I'm pretty sure it was like 10th place was like 250 or somewhere in that
Yeah,
range.
I think I was still ended up in the top 5. And it was me just because the guy that was in there was a guy like right on my heels that was like 10K away. And I was like, oh, if I can lock in another win, get like another, 40, 50K, I can secure third or maybe even second. And, but bro, you know me, you've seen me in the casinos. And,
I sure as hell have.
Yeah, there it is right there. 377,745 is what I lost. But they took away the leaderboard, so you can't fucking go back and see it. But yeah, so pretty wild shit. Some other news is Mo, thank you. Yeah, I know Simple Farmer is live with Gorilla right now, so hopefully that brings some value and some clarity for people with Stonkbrokers. Yesterday was in the NFT space. A lot of good conversation happening there with Loki. Steve came up from Pudgy Penguin, said there was a big announcement coming. Why they launched the announcement on the day that fucking the World Cup final, I don't know. But you can now go get your stuffies in every fucking Target. I think it's like 1,800 stores. And I think they're at Walmart too. Let me go to the tweet here. They got a lot of tweets. But yeah, you can now get those everywhere. It said today, for the first time, Pengu has officially introduced to millions of new people in retail. We're proud to announce that Pengu is now available on all Target shelves across the USA with the launch of the new plushie line. More information below. They have an actual checker where you can go see where these are. I know I'm gonna take my daughter later today. We're gonna go grab a couple. So you'll see some in the background. So yeah, pretty cool, man. Just still proliferating the fucking IP. Good stuff happening with them. And then also today, which I think goes live in 11 minutes, you have the with Good Vibes Club. They are doing a pin drop with it's a pin drop with Claynosaurs. I don't know what the fuck is pin drop. Is that more packs? Do you know what pin drop is, Kenny?
No, I don't.
They were talking about it this morning in Cap Space, and I ended up rugging and ended up having to leave, and then I was just in and out. It looks like it's going to be packs. So it's Comfy in Clay starts Monday. The Claynosaurus herd is moving into pin drop. And they're making things interesting. 20 Pioneer packs on the line, 3 leaderboards, 1 Grail worth chasing. Next pin drop event begins July 20th. I don't know anything about it. So it's a game. I wonder if this is the game that was vibe coded by. Yeah, it is. It is. So yeah, this is the game that was vibe coded by one of the GVC guys that ended up winning, I think, the hackathon that GVC did. So this is this is pretty dope. I thought I was sharing this. So yeah, you can go over and see what the fuck you can do. Another thing that Steve mentioned that was a little bit of alpha from Pudgy Penguins, they have some type of a TCG coming, and he was talking about how Luca Nets is going to be like the grail to get. Like this is going to be like a card signed by Luca Nets, and he thinks this card's going to sell for like tens of thousands of dollars. I don't know what the game is. It's like he was limited with some of the information, but some, bro, brands are doing some really cool shit right now. And I dig it.
Yeah, for sure.
I dig it. What else are you paying attention to right now?
Just looking at some tokens. I know Just Tunes is minting right now.
Oh yeah.
Curious to see how that goes.
Is it live yet?
I think it's live or it's about to go live. One of the two.
Let me go look here.
I think that's going to thinking like, man, they kind of missed the
$17 a piece.
Like NFTs will, it's not like NFTs are going away, but also there was a lot of hype around some of these low cost NFTs there for quite a while. And I don't know, it feels like Robinhood is like sort of the shiny thing right now. I don't know. It just feels like for the amount of attention that Just Tunes had, it feels like if they had minted like 2 weeks sooner, it could have been like a great play. And now I'm kind of a little curious, less sure that this is going to be like, parabolic or anything like that.
Yeah, I know there was a lot of hype around it. But to your point, there seems to be a overwhelming kind of consensus on like Robinhood chain right now. So I think a lot of people are paying attention to that. Look, it's interesting. I saw Ansem tweet a couple times yesterday about NFTs, which is good that he's tweeting about it because he's obviously a top kind of KOL on crypto Twitter. So maybe some eyes rotate back towards NFTs. I don't know. I still think, they're going to have a parabolic run at some point here. It's just a matter of being in the right communities, right collections. But yeah, it's been obviously struggling. I saw a post last week, I think it was from Gorilla, of like the number of people trading NFTs right now is like an all-time low. But again, I do think at some point digital collectibles will have their moment in the spotlight again, so it's just a matter of, buying here the lows and collections you believe are going to do well, and just sitting on your hands.
Yeah. Look, I mean, dude, I'm always going to like NFTs more than coins. I just don't have the time to be locked in enough to have the fun in the trenches of meme coins, whereas NFTs move a little slower, a little bit more social consensus rather than just pure crime going on, So it's just a little more my kind of thing. But I do think, on a long time frame, I think, just as vanity, even if only as vanity items in the top shelf like blue check NFTs, I think NFTs are obvious as digital, PFPs or whatever. I just think it just makes sense as people become more and more chronically online. But it is undeniable that right now, Robinhood is where most of the attention is. By the way, these mint phases, it's only the treasury right now. Telegram OG starts at noon or in 4 minutes or 6 minutes here rather. GTD starts an hour later, and first come, first serve starts an hour and a half after that at 2:30 EST. Public isn't until 3:30 EST.
And what's the mint price on those?
$17.
It's just shy of 0.01. It's 0092.
Yeah. Bro, I'm sharing this fucking blue guy right here with the wizard hat. And this is the vibes I get. Like, I think of this blue art gobbler with the fucking hook. Like, it's no, and I said the same thing on Captain Space this morning. It's no knock to the artist, but like, I don't know. I get fucking art. That's what I see.
Hey, art gobblers were selling for 20 a piece. All right.
Yeah,
No,
right.
I
Until
know
the
that.
account
I-
started talking about tasting his own goo.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out for those tweets coming out of the Tunes account, dude. If you see something like that, get it the fuck out.
Yeah. No, and this is, and TMA was saying that the guy, he is a one-man team. He knows the guy or has met the guy, talked to him, whatever. He did secure whitelist for Funkari, but he said the guy did say there is a touch of AI in his art. But for the most part, it was, all created. I don't get that. Was it's either created by you or it's not created by you. Like, what is a touch of AI?
I don't. I mean, that's not. It's not hard to understand. I don't think if you create, some figures and a few things, and then use AI to put them together or generate them or adjust some things or smooth some things. I mean, look, dude. AI tools are here at this point. I think people are way less allergic to the word AI than they were before. I mean, I remember being in like some low supply, really cool NFT collections that were AI, and just, dude, nobody cared. Nobody wanted to touch them because they were AI. That was a couple years ago. I think, I just don't think people care that much anymore. I think people would love to just support an artist, but also I think people are a lot more lenient with the accepting of the application of AI tools at this point.
Yeah, maybe so. Teacher Katie shared. Oh, I said, can you buy them on eBay? And I didn't even read her tweet. I just looked at the image. She said you can buy them on Dilly. Fucking sorry, I don't read. Nobody in this space reads. What's up?
Speaking of AI, I don't know why this seemed way funnier to me last night when I was baked and making this meme. I just took the like image of the old man being flipped in the air by the bison and the image of the player from, what was it, Spain, being flipped in the air on that red card, and I swapped them. And I don't know why, but dude, I was sitting there just fucking giggling away last night at that. One of the funniest things I've ever done with AI, in my opinion.
Well, we're glad you entertain yourself. When I was in the VC trenches, and I was like struggling to find another squad member. Kyle was creating generational art.
Yeah, dude. I was sitting on the couch next to my wife watching Survivor.
Yeah,
which has gotten pretty woke in the more modern. I don't know. It's anyway. Yeah.
Fucking Tusk. Like this is the Stonk. I'm going back to Stonkbrokers because Kenny, if you remember back in the day when creeps and everybody was tweeting on the timeline, I'm making $20,000 a day. I'm gonna go shit on my boss's desk, and like that's what creates FOMO is people sharing these screenshots of like how much money they're making every day, and it'll eventually snowball into people doing so. But Tusk,
I know I bring it up every time we talk about this, but you remember the Win Lambo counter?
Yes.
We had Lambo calculators on our Lumi.
Dude, I got down to like less than a month at one point. It was going to be less than a month.
There was also a Win Vespa counter as well.
That's after they rugged the coin.
Yeah. But Tusk tweet right here, back to Stonkbrokers. He said, I currently own 40 mutant apes and 7 bored apes. They are just in the form of Stonkbrokers. That's how many fucking of these Stonkbrokers this guy has. Pretty fucking.
Yeah, there's some big whales. There's some guys with like 60, 80.
And but these guys are, well, some of those guys are, they've been selling, they're out. And I'm glad people are taking profits. So, which is good. One of the largest holders, I think at one point had like 98. And he's, I think, down in the 70s. He may be even less than that. Fucking, of course, OpenSea's down. I was trying to pull up the holder count, see what was, where those wallets were, but couldn't see anything. Oh, here we go. Finally getting it back. Let's see. The ApeCoin intern, he still has 74 of these NFTs, bro. And he had 98 at one point. Freddie the Ape, 62. Tom Brady of NFTs, 58. It's a lot of fucking money sitting there. But in Jolly Elf said only 1,400 are actually activated. So, pretty good stuff. But anyways, what else are we not?
Hey, what is the total supply
4,444.
I mean, that's pretty good. 1,400 of them activated. I mean,
It is.
I don't know. That's pretty good in my mind.
Yeah, let me see how many are in. There's 2,054 in the vault. So these are ones that people can use the token and go buy the NFTs with. I think right now, Kenny, 10% of the coin has already been burned, which is
nice.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on all these fucking runners.
Yeah, there's a healthy race going on between Stonkbrokers and Index. Index is up about 23% in the past hour, back up to 18.5 mil. Stonks is sitting at 10.5. I think those two are probably the top two ones. Again, though, the way it works, though, I think if you're just coming in with a small amount of money or a smaller amount of money, because it costs. What's the NFT price on Stonkbrokers right now?
1.590, $3,020.30. Top.
Yeah, so you gotta pay
$2,200.
$3,000 to be able to activate the NFT and earn a share of the stocks. So you gotta make a
decision which way you want to go.
Yeah. Whereas you can put like $1,000 into Index and you'll be earning tokens just off that $1,000 purchase.
But here's the thing: there's only 1,400 of the NFTs activated, so you're going to get more rewards back holding a stockbroker because you're getting dropped every 4 minutes and 20 seconds. On Index, you have thousands of people to compete with for the amount of stocks that they are buying. You see what I'm saying?
So yeah, it's all based on the volume. That's all it's based on.
Yeah,
for both.
It's also based on holders, right? It's based on holders that are eligible to get the tokens.
Yeah,
not
both
on
things
Index.
are true.
Anyone can earn on Index.
I understand, but you got to have the token, correct?
Yeah, you have to hold the Index to earn.
Okay,
token,
so how many? Okay, so how many holders are there of Index? I can't see that.
I'm not 100% sure about that. I can probably find out.
Yeah, on Deck Screener, it's not showing the holder count. But if there's 10,000 holders of the coin and they're all getting airdrop tokens or tokenized stocks, well, with stockbrokers, you only have 1,400 people that are getting the money
Correct.
from the volume.
Correct.
So you're making more in returns with stockbrokers, even though there is a little bit of an initial cost there. So that's the point that I'm making.
Yeah, for sure. No, I mean, if you were in from the get-go, your titties, right?
Yeah, 8,500.
Like the barrier to entry now is what I'm talking about. Like,
yeah,
at current prices.
Yeah, but so you have 8,500 plus holders of Index that are fighting for the rewards for holding the token. To my knowledge, there's no multiplier, no different levels inside of Index, is there?
No, just the more you hold, the more you get, the larger the portion of airdrop tokenized stocks you get.
Okay. So so there is kind of levels based on your holdings, but either way, you're still competing with 8,000 people. You're not competing with 1,400 people. And then how relative is the volume for each one is the other side of that. So 24-hour volume is 3.3 mil on Index. And then when you look at Stonkbroker, 24-hour volume is 4.5 mil. So you're making more, you're getting more rewards back by holding, I would assume, maybe even a base.
The difference in the fees, right?
Yeah. Well, the fees is what allows Stonkbrokers to get so much back.
Right. No, I agree. But that's what I'm saying. What is the fees on Index? Because
I think 3%.
the fees on. Right. So it actually takes less volume on the Stonkbrokers coin to generate the same amount because the fee percentage is higher. Yeah. Right. So there's actually a lot that goes into the math. But,
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. But either way, yeah, we'll see. We will see. Trying to think what else.
I think they're both great. I mean, I think they're, there's a lot of cool shit happening. I mean, look, just holding a fucking token, you're earning fucking blue chip Mag 7 type stocks, And if you just sit on those for, just forget about them, come back in 3-4 years, they could like 3 to 4x in value, which is pretty cool. There's some other cool stuff happening over there too. This wire bot, I think, is really cool. Basically, you can like tweet to trade tokenized stocks. So it's on Robinhood, and basically, like, you can tweet about a stock, and it'll purchase it through. It's kind of like a banker bot type situation. They also, a few hours ago, mentioned that they're doing prediction markets. So you can basically, how it works is you can tweet Wirebot, create a market. Will NVIDIA be over $333 on X date? And then anyone on Twitter who sees it can participate in the prediction market, and it's all revolving around equities and tokenized stocks. So I think that's really cool. That's another just novel idea coming off of Robinhood. There's this one called Real Stonk. This is actually tied to NVIDIA. So you're buying, instead of it being paired to like ETH or Solana, like the LP, it's actually LP'd with NVIDIA tokenized stocks. So when you're buying and selling out of the pool, it's buying and selling NVIDIA, which is really cool. I just there's some really cool ideas coming out right now on Robinhood. And I'm a big fan of this, because I like tech.
Yeah.
And it's cool stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of cool shit, man. But like you said, you got to stay locked the fuck in, right?
Kenny, how do we gatekeep Robinhood to keep the Solana Jeets from coming over there and fucking up the culture, dude? How do we do it? We're going to build a wall. We need a big, beautiful wall. Anyway.
Well, the floor price on Just Tunes, 0.04 ETH right now. Of course, you can't go off the trading volume because that's on the mint. 1,098 out of 5,000 have been minted. So keep an eye on that. I wouldn't buy it this price because there's 5,000, 4,000 fucking more NFTs.
This is typically when cheese comes in and like sweeps 15.
No. Not doing it. Not doing it now. No, we're just gonna sit still. We're gonna relax. We're gonna chill. I'm telling the next NFT I'm buying, Kenny.
Hold on, let me guess.
You will never guess it in your life. Never guess it in your life.
Then I give up. I was going to say Pudgy Penguin because you've been talking about it forever.
And that's the obvious choice, right? But I want to add a few regenerates because I think Jed's
cool.
Yeah, Jed's a cool guy. The community's good.
Jed's very cool. He should bring that project to mainnet ETH. I'll say that about all NFTs.
Oh.
Anyway.
Well, hey. Oh no, that's a conversation for maybe getting them on the space. So we'll see what's what. But yeah, so I mean, just even adding a couple. I mean, they're 0.04 ETH. I would buy those way before I'd buy a fucking Tunes at 0.04 ETH. So, but anyways, I think that's really it for the day. Don't really have much else.
Real quick, because my machine just blew up, so I got to go too. Today is the last day for the Tolenverse badge, and also, Pete, the last pin tweet. There's a game with Good Vibes Club X Klanos. You can win some packs or something there. They just tweeted it a second ago.
Back. Yeah, we talked about that.
Take a look at it.
20 minutes.
That tweet's 6 minutes old there, brother. Anyway.
I know, but we talked about the pins and all that.
Bye, everybody.
All right, cool. Yeah, we should be live all week. Yeah, mom's doing good. And yeah, I'm gonna bounce and go see her. But yeah, everybody have a fantastic day. We will be back tomorrow.
Lock in, boys. Lock in. And ladies.